there to talk about.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Guardians, but I have to let you know that tonight, August 26th, the Cleveland Guardians are on our home station, WKYC, as they take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Bad job by the Ant. The game is tonight, Tuesday, not Friday. Cover stars at 6:30. Guardians versus Rays, WKYC. Make sure you tuned in and support the Guardians. I know that's hard to say right now, but the hometown team still needs some love.
Guardians have not scored a run in their last 28 innings. They've been shut out 3 games in a row. They've lost 6 in a row and 9 of their last 10. They're 2 games under 500. The season is over. They're 12.5 out in the division. I believe they're 6 out. Yeah, 6 out in the wild card. They're not going to the playoffs. It's a disaster. Tanner Bibee's yelling at Steve. So here's what happened in the dugout.
Yeah, explain this.
For those, do we have the clip?
No, we can't show it.
Oh, can't show it?
We get flagged for baseball clips now.
Oh, man.
Dang.
So for those who didn't see it, Tanner Bibee had another of his very many frustrating innings. He pitched poorly again yesterday.
They paid him.
What's that? They paid him, yes. He's had a terrible season. What happened was, apparently, Zach told me this, they had the count wrong on the scoreboard. Bibee knew it. Bo Naylor knew it. The batter knew it. But apparently nobody else knew that the count was wrong on the scoreboard. And that led to some confusion in the field. That led to a run scoring. I mean, it was just a mess. And that just was the final straw for Bibee. So he's screaming, we got to wake up in the dugout. Now, when you're having a crappy season, nobody wants to hear you screaming, we got to wake up. Now, I'm sure maybe he was including himself in that, but Tanner, you can't be screaming in the dugout. You saw Bo Naylor kind of gave him a look. Ramirez gave him a look. You can't be doing that. And he admitted later in the postgame, he was like, it was wrong, it was bad. And then Vogt goes to tell him, basically shut the hell up. And then he's walking away from Vogt, and then Vogt goes, that was a really bad look. Listen, I'm not going to hold it against Bibee forever, but it was a bad look. He handled it poorly. You can't be screaming about your teammates when you're playing like crap. I mean, you shouldn't be ripping your teammates
anyway
publicly. I'm not that he was doing it publicly, but in front of the cameras anyway. But you certainly can't do it when you're the biggest disappointment on the entire roster.
It feels like that was a season of pent-up frustration.
You think he's the biggest
yes, he has
disappointment?
100%.
They paid him, and he's
outside of Class A, but Class A's not on the roster.
Steve, pull up his season stats again.
He's been terrible. His ERA's almost 5.
He's a 4.73 ERA, Tyvis, and they just paid him $100 million.
Well, I don't even. How much did they pay him? I don't think it was $100 million, wasn't it?
I thought it was $100 million.
I don't think so. Or maybe it was. I don't remember. I mean, he didn't get a crazy contract, but you just locked him up long. Listen, I'm glad he's emotional. I'm glad he cares. Some players would get paid and not give a rat's. He was emotional, and I get that, but it was. You can't be screaming about your teammates.
He's supposed to be their ace, Tyvis.
I mean, yeah.
Considering the expectation for the player and what they've actually produced, he has been.
Who's a bigger bust this year?
I'm trying to figure it out.
We literally did this topic.
Brian Rocchio.
Yeah, but Brian Rocchio hadn't proven anything. He wasn't a short.
He was killing it in the playoffs last year.
That was one.
It was like a handful of at-bats.
Nolan Jones has been bad. That's a disappointment.
That's a huge disappointment.
But their expectations weren't nearly as high as Bibee.
Outside of 5 guys, everybody's been bad. None of them had higher expectations than Bibee of the guys that have been bad.
Nobody's worse than Big Christmas. He's not even in the mix.
But he didn't have the expectations.
The only person that had expectations for him was you. You alone.
The world had expectations.
The only guys
had expectations.
The only guys having a season that we either expected or have been a little better are Gavin Williams.
Yep. Jose.
Manzardo. And Manzardo. That's it.
And Quan's below.
Quan's been terrible.
That's what I'm saying. You can't even put Quan in that situation.
Quan's been terrible since the All-Star break. He was last year too.
So you were.
And stop telling me I love Stephen Quan. Love him personally. I think he's a good player. Stop telling me he's a 300 hitter. He's not. He's never hit 300 this season. He's not going to hit 300 this year.
You know why he's not?
He's got no power, like I've said.
You know why he's not a 300 hitter? Because he's a 400 hitter.
No. He's a 270 hitter.
He's a 270 hitter.
He's got 10 home runs. He's got no power.
Yeah,
So, he ain't getting no big contract.
No.
So the Guardians ain't gonna pay him.
Probably not. Nobody else is either. If he doesn't play better than this, his OPS is below. They have 2 players with an OPS
Above 750.
above average.
That's it. It's Jose Manzardo. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And Kafis is slightly above, but he hasn't been up very long. I like what I've seen from him. So I'll give him a pass. Who's a pitcher that's lived up to expectations this year except for Gavin Williams? Bibee's been a bust.
Logan Allen.
Yeah, but his ERA's like 460.
Cade Smith took a step.
Cade Smith hasn't been that good.
Gaddis
hasn't been that good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what's his name? Jacob Junis has been pretty good, shockingly. That's it. They wasted $4 million on Hedges. They wasted $8 million on Seawald. They wasted $10 million or whatever it is on Santana. It's time for a new leadership in the organization. It's time. Chris Antonetti, Mike Chernoff, they're good guys. They're good GMs. They're going to get other gigs. But it's time for a new change at the top. And yes, this is costing me free Guardians tickets by saying this. But I got to keep it real. The rest of you guys are going to have to go somewhere else to get your free Guardians tickets. Because usually people text me. They're like, did you get me Guardians tickets? I'm like, sure. They're not going to give me any tickets now.
Hey, Bull, I was just talking to the chat. I had a reference to the Tyner Bibee situation.
Yeah.
Tyvis, Mike, y'all gonna get this one. So Bull, you a movie guy. You seen New Jack City, right?
Of course.
All right, so Tyvis, you know about New Jack City. I was watching the video, and Steven Vogt was walking behind Tyner Bibee looking like Nino Brown in New Jack City. Like, what you say?
Yeah.
Say it again.
That's good.
Nothing. That's what I thought you said.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's good. That's a great movie, but I haven't seen it in forever. I feel like there's probably
come
some
on
actors
all the
in that.
time.
I feel like there's probably some actors in that are really big now that at the time were probably nobodies. I mean, even Wesley Snipes I don't think was that big yet, was he?
Hey, Vogt was like, cancel that ace. I'll get another one.
Back to the Bibee thing,
Pour the water on him.
that just feels like a whole season and pent up frustration coming out in not the right way. But it's been everything that could have gone wrong for the Guardians just has gone wrong for the Guardians. And it's the opposite of last year, where everything seemingly went right for the team. They have obviously the gambling, suspensions, and investigation. Their offense, like you said, nobody is playing up to standard, excluding Jose and Manzardo.
Yeah.
The pitching staff has taken a step back.
Yep.
Stephen Vogt pushed all the right buttons last year.
Yeah.
I got to imagine even some of the players on the team are looking at the lineups every once and now and saying, why isn't Kyle Manzardo in the lineup? Why isn't our second best hitter playing? Why are we platooning guys left and right? So last night, you never want to see that from a pitcher, and Tyner Bibee does have to do a better job just keeping everything under control and
lose it in the clubhouse.
Exactly.
Guys,
and just don't put it out in public like that. But man, it just feels like that was one giant explosion of what was a million little things building up to that.
That was just like the final straw. And again, the season's over. They're going to win 75 games this year, something like that.
Do you know that they were just about 3 weeks ago? I want to say they was a half game out
of the wild card.
A week ago.
Was that just a week ago? I thought it was 3 weeks ago.
And then they got swept, and the Yankees swept whatever scab team the Yankees were playing. Because the Yankees are frauds.
I mean, they was right there.
Yeah.
They was
now the
right
Mariners
there.
are the last wild card.
They lost 3 to Texas.
Right.
They lost last night to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, all these teams are hopping ahead of them.
They haven't scored.
Kansas City hopped ahead of them, Texas, and now Tampa Bay's going to hop
They haven't scored a run in 28 innings.
28 innings.
Yeah, think about that. They haven't scored a run in 28 innings.
They stink. I mean, their lineup is so bad.
You kept pointing out the run differential.
Yeah, it's like minus 60. It's almost worse than they're right like the same as the White Sox, basically.
Yeah.
I think their run differential compared to the White Sox is like 5 run difference.
What happened though?
What happened is they don't have any hitters.
And the guys that got hot at the right time last year were all getting clutch. Remember how clutch they were last year?
Right.
I don't know what the equivalent is in football, Tyvis, and if there's one in baseball you could. But just because you're clutch one year, it does not translate necessarily to the next year.
No.
Some guys are clutch,
They
but
caught
team
lightning
to team.
in a bottle last year, and again, the way they won was not sustainable. They had an all-time great bullpen. And bullpens are unpredictable, and their bullpen went from being all-time great to being, before Clase A got suspended, it was good. Now it's average at best. Everybody thinks it's so easy to replace the closer. Well, it hasn't been easy.
I think he gonna escape them charges.
We'll see. They're gonna have to announce something this week because
Malik Beasley didn't escaped it.
I don't know. Everybody's pointing to that. I don't know if one has anything to do with the other.
Terry Rozier didn't escaped it.
Different sport.
Different sport.
They don't really want to do it. They don't really want to ban people. So like they might.
They don't, but if they have the evidence,
They've
they
suspended
will.
him now. They got to make some decision because technically he's suspended through August 31st. He and Ortiz. So they got to make some sort of announcement decision in the next few days. Next Monday, I think, is September. So they got to make a decision before the end of the weekend.
The first is Monday.
Monday, yeah.
So
probably before the end of this week, we'll have something on that.
Parker Messick's pitching tonight, but what do you expect in his second major league outing?
I love what I saw in his first outing. So, a lot of times a young pitcher will come up, he'll pitch great, and then there'll be a little more of a scouting report, and then he'll struggle the second time. Obviously, the Rays overall have not been a great offensive team, but they've hit well in this series, and they've hit well lately. So, but I'm expecting to go out there and pitch well. But I don't know. I mean,
the Guardians gonna win tonight.
They haven't pitched well outside of Gavin Williams. I mean, we were excited about Slade Ciccone. He's been awful. Logan Allen's fallen on his face here.
Coming back to earth.
Bibee's been terrible.
Gavin's up and down, but
he's mostly been up. Mostly
good.
Up in the second half.
More good
He's
than
really
bad.
put it together for the most part.
Y'all hope I'm saying this right, but Pepe Sylvia asks, well, at what point at this point of the season do we get Travis Bazana some big league at bats?
I'd do it tomorrow.
Zach doesn't think they're going to call him up at all. Speaking of fantasy, I picked him up on my fantasy.
Does
team,
it start the clock if they call him up now?
Yeah.
As opposed to waiting until next year?
Well, it does start the clock, but let's say they called him up for the final 4 weeks this year, and then for whatever reason they didn't think he was ready at the beginning of next year.
Wow.
The clock would stop until he comes back up again. So it's not like the clock starts and never stops. But that shouldn't matter, but it does, of course, with them. Go ahead.
The Browns are going to have about 5 undrafted free agents making the roster.